in this show, I want everybody to have like an act or a moment in the same way that like even contemporary circus shows, they all, okay, this is the moment with the surwheel. This is the moment with the trapeze. This is the partner acrobatic moments. I want everybody to have a moment, and then I want to kind of mix them all and really like mesh them together. But I do want to partir de la premisa. I want to like come from the place of like, you know, there is a moment of each one. There's a moment we're in Glenna's cave. There's a moment we're in Joanna's cave. And then we all are a part of those worlds, but it's still like there's a focus. And then there's these moments, and there's also the arc of the show.
One of the great things about this residency and this process is just being given the space to explore. And when you're devising and you're creating something from scratch, there's no script. We are developing the script with our bodies.
We're gonna again work kind of in the confines of the structure for today, with leeway, like you can peer outside, it's fine, but kind of between these confines. Music makers, sound makers, are gonna be here in the back, in front of this white wall, so they can see. And if you're making sound or music, you are gonna think of creating a soundtrack for the people that are moving and feeding off each other. So if I'm moving, I am both going to follow the sound that's being created and provoke it.
I don't know if it's a certain one, but yeah, you're just trying to like, just right on the edge. Really nice one.
That was the noise that people, when people go like that.
Oh.
It sounds like that. It's like, yeah, that was.
No, I forget.
Also continue thinking of the world and how that world moves, and know that you don't have to remain only in character mode. You can also explore the abstract movement of that cave and that world if you want to.
You're ready to zoom?
That was like so good. I was like, I'm so glad we did this one. Don't feel like you have to constantly play a song. You can also just create sound. We're creating a soundtrack and finding what could work. There is something about what I see like as a character that is emerging, and I refer to these as characters because we're all mining from our own life. But what ultimately ends up as a character is not us, and I always want to make that distinction because what I see as your character I find very distinct and different from who I see you as people. So fascinating how these worlds are forming and these characters are forming out of them and how they're beginning to relate to each other and in difference, in opposition to each other and in connection to each other and in influence to each other. By the way, Sammy's crashing to sleep. Like every constellation of performers needs time to settle into each other, no matter how experienced they are. It's normal. Just seeing you to get to like together playing today made me feel this constellation definitely works. And if we can have lightness and heaviness coexist perfectly, that makes for just the best show. Yeah? If it's only like the heaviness of it and we don't have dynamics or play, then we just kind of like, if we all have, it's like lightness, it's like, oh, this is fun, but it doesn't affect me. Think of answering, and this is an open question, if by the end of the show, your character leaves the cave or not. That's a question that I want you to answer. Like, do you think your character makes a decision to leave their cave? Do you think they leave because they're forced to? Or do you think, no, I think my character actually will stay in the cave and not, and by the end they won't leave?
What is the result of the interactions with the beings around me? What did we all learn on that ride, on this ride together? And I think that's what I keep coming back to. That's what it keeps informing this character. It really ties into my own spirituality. There's moments where she's just like, nah, fuck it, I don't want to deal with anything, you know? But then she sees her cave mates like going through this stuff, and she, even though she wants to just like ignore it, she knows she can't.
This character knows what she's supposed to be doing. She just doesn't want to. But she also knows that, like, if I don't fucking do this, I'm gonna be right back here.
I feel that push and pull is going to be very central to the journey of this character.
But I like the idea of it being off in a corner because it's I think I said this last night. It's kind of like, yeah, when I just don't want to look at reality, it's like I just go to this place in the corner recesses of my brain, and I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to hear it. I know what has to happen, but not until I'm damn good and ready.
Sometimes I feel like Joanna's character can survive on the outside, like doesn't need to be in the cave in the same way that everybody else is, but chooses to be. Like, it's the one who's most autonomous. And you being like, yeah, it's like, you know, fuck the outside. I'm just gonna be here. It just gives me a lot of information.
When it comes to like build up that character, I think it never goes like too far away from who you are. So it just involves a lot of like movement exploration, which I'm not really good at it. I'm really stiff. So it was like really challenging for me. But at the end of the day, it's just one of those things that you do to getting off the comfort zone and just explore something that you can apply to the stuff that you already do.
when you started juggling, the energy in your body went up. Suddenly everything, I wrote it down, like something comes alive.
There's an ease that you see in your body.
Yep.
In the character's body. There's an ease that happens.
So at first I was kind of like, getting overwhelmed by everything, just looking outside and whatnot. And then I just jumped into the cave, and I just found in the cave what makes me happy and what makes me just like stay away from the other stuff, like overwhelms me.
Yeah, this process has been really curiously personal. There's been so much time we've spent delving into the personal in order to find the world that we all live in that led us to very vulnerable places to take that and make it character. How am I interacting with these other people that are also characters and not themselves? And how am I interacting with the space in a way that is fun and interesting and makes sense for the moment, but is also safe,
I was thinking of balance as the funny place between being manic or anxious and having this kind of energy and needing calm and focus. And so when you're balancing stuff, you have to be calming, even if you're not there.
There's something about seeing you in the pipe that I couldn't stop thinking about the concept of transformation.
Yeah, I definitely was thinking about exactly how to start it, and then I was like, oh no, I have to be on the pedestal already. I have to be in that place where I've forgotten I have the keys. I've forgotten that I can leave. I've forgotten that this little state of being, this state of is not the only place I can exist.
Going dark. You have 7 missed calls and 3 new messages. Beep. Hey buddy, it's been a while. I really miss hanging out with you. Yeah, just give me a call back. I want to see you. Beep. Hey. I don't really like how we left things. I haven't talked to you in a while. Please just give me a chance to talk things out. When it comes to devised work, especially when it's coming from something so personal as say how you lived your life within the last 2 years and while we were going through the pandemic and continue to. Some of those dark moments are where some of the art really comes from. Some of the elements, of course, of who I am as a person, who I am in everyday life, was met with kind of the extremes of that for a theatrical setting. That song has actually been in the back of my mind ever since you first asked us to bring a piece of music that inspired us to move. This beautiful few moments of tension and release that I really like. And with this specific point in this character's journey, I think that there is a moment of, wow, I just really love this comfort cave that I've built for myself. But what happens when what you're trying to keep out has made its appearance inside the cave.
The voicemail was so good for what you're describing. It was effective. Like, I could see, oh, this is a clear, deliberate choice of space. Like Gardy, like also similar to Joanna, like knows where they're situated in the space already. Like it's in the center, in the kind of like in the heart of the structure and the inside of the inside.
Dale.
Developing this like performance, it was like, for me, it was like really rich, and it's all about the memories. First time that I saw the structure and I started playing with it, it felt like really natural. I basically like really much to explore a lot. I believe it's the most challenging character that I put together. I really want to keep going and like see how this character ends up.
And I'm afraid of memories. I am afraid of losing memories. And I created this character based on that. On one of my worst fears, that is losing my memories. Inside of my cave, I can feel like safe. Remembering these things and living these things again and again and again.
Joanna's has a corner. Joanna spoke about having a corner. Lena has a passage. Gardy has a center. Sabi will find out where he is, but he'll have his own spot. And then you feel like you are a lot more versatile and all over the place than the rest. But that's why there's something about these spaces, this in between, of being like you're not outside, you're not inside, that I kind of see for your character, this in between space.
What I want to do is find the slab of marble that we're going to be, cutting into. I don't need to fine tune it. I don't need to let me start giving all this detail. The time will come for that. I want to take my time and finding that slab of marble and being able to get the outline, like, ooh, that's an arm. This is a chest, likely, just a really rough cut, and seeing how it looks and showing it to people. What do you think of this rough cut of marble?
to